right here, man. Sean Watts on the track. Zeus, Don One, Rude Boy, Quill, The Gift, and yours truly, Fred Knoxxx. I'm 1 in a million with $1 million flow. Fred DiBiase got the power in it though. If it's a problem, let me know, or I suggest you let it go. Cause it ain't worth the problems that be knocking at your door, homie. Please don't make me hurt you. Disrespect the boss, ain't treated like Virgil. Cause when I write raps, it's beyond your price tag. He's a waste of man.
And people, welcome to the unpopular review Around the Blocks wrestling show. I am your host, the head of the table, Mike Knoxxx. And indeed, I spelled my name with 3 X's because frankly, like the road to Wrestlemania, you gotta come by the blocks. We are here. We are live. And listen, I don't know where the Dice Man just went just that quickly. He always trying to try out something fancy and new before we go live. But that's okay, people. I am here. I will keep this conversation going the way it should, needs, and always should be going. And tonight, people, the road starts here. The road just starts here tonight. I mean, the men's Royal Rumble, Brock Lesnar. The women's Royal Rumble, Ronda Rousey. The way the night started out, a lot to discuss. I want you to comment below and let me know where you are right now. I mean, it was so hot. There it is, Vaughn. Oh, it's so damn good that they burnt the damn sign down. Okay? You can't get more harder than that. I don't know where you are, Dice Man. And so he's on his way back. He'll be back momentarily. All right, so let's go. Let's just start with the night. Okay, because frankly, a lot of stuff happened tonight. I mean, how do you start off? Seriously, how do you start off a Royal Rumble? How do you start off a Royal Rumble? I'm going to say it again. How do you start off a Royal Rumble with the head of the table and the Joker himself, Seth Freakin Rollins? I mean, he comes out, he got the shield on, the shield stuff is out in full of force. Seth is like, listen, I'm going to play these mind games with Roman because frankly, that's what it takes to beat this guy. This is what I'm going to use to beat this guy. I am already in this guy's head. I mean, I'm so far in his head, I'm just going to continue to mess with him. I'd like to just get him with I like to come out and just embarrass him in any way I can. And let's just talk about this as the tribal chief clearly looked bewildered, okay? To see what's happening, to see what happens to him, it was crazy. And the match in itself, is where I think people, you got to sit there and you got to focus. Not only was the mind games good, not only was the mind games good, not only was the entrance good, I'm a backtrack. I'm a digress, if you will, because I'm not sure if he deserves a proper, introduction, but I'll give him one anyway. Here go my right-hand man showing up all late to the party, playing mind games with you, the audience. We had this shit playing from the beginning. Mind games, that's what Seth played tonight. Big Kips in the chat. What you got for him in this Rumble, man?
Listen, business is booming. Why? Because the almightiest of the almightiest is back on top, baby. He's back on top. That's all that matters to me.
Shout out.
I mean,
to the
Rumble
chat
was
room.
great. Rumble was great. Casual fans, you need to shut the fuck up. Don't speak to me. Don't look at me. Don't talk to me.
Wait, see, we're new doing this together. All we've been doing it. You've been hearing me for a while. This time of year, I don't give them no acknowledgement. I will not acknowledge the negativity. I can acknowledge creativity about how you don't like something. That's your opinion. I will acknowledge that because that's your opinion. But the hate, I will not acknowledge. It has 0 legs around these 4 eyes here. Shout out, what's going on, George? Anthony, chime in. What's going on, everybody? God bless you. What a predictable ending once Brock came out. Oh, well, we knew that. We knew that. Of course, that was predictable when we saw him come out at 30. As soon as I saw him come out, even though my kids knew, everybody knows that. I mean, but we knew that when he lost early in the night, which we will get on that as well. But we got some boos here in the chat and some woos in the chat. We're some booing, some Brock, some more. Trash ass Bad Bunny. All you Colombians don't like Bad Bunny. That's just, why y'all hate on him? Why the Colombians got to hate on Bad Bunny? That's all I'm saying. What's going on, Dennis? Victor in the chat. Well, first of all, besides things that transpired, that took place, to let you say who was going to win the Royal Rumble, they wasn't predictable until those points. So, no legs, so you shall have. It's so damn good. You know what, guys? I'm sorry. Excuse me.
You gonna go get a belt?
Man, this shit pissing me off, yo, because the 07 of this shit right
I'm in
here
your head.
is back.
I'm in your head.
Y'all need to understand what tonight represented. What's going on, everybody out there?
First of all, you got the belt. You're showing the wrong side. You got to flip it for the corner to be like this.
You know,
It has to be like that. Okay, there you go. You rocking now.
Okay, all right, my bad.
You know,
Well,
you
don't
got
like to wear
something-
mine
your neck
upside
hanging
down
off.
like the M. I do my mid shit with my dubs. You know what I'm saying? Do my mid shit with my dubs. Women Royal Rumble was fantastic. Look, I'm gonna get to all you comments and thank you. Keep them coming. I'm gonna get to them, but pause and let me digress here because Roman and Seth had a really good match, and frankly, I loved the fucking ending. I loved it. It makes sense, and it's confusing because just guess what? As you just quietly, spoiler alert, gave away, right? With Brock winning the Royal Rumble, Roman helped him lose his title earlier in the night. And so all that, you know what? I'm going to stop. I'm letting you grab this show. That's how it's going to happen. Listen, here it is. The Royal Rumble tonight, we're going to talk about what happened first. Here you go. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. Roman wins the title. And still because he got disqualified. Okay? Then you had your Women's Royal Rumble, which, frankly, I thought the entertainment was good, but the in-ring action was very bad. I thought the in-ring action was bad. There was a lot of standing around, laying around. And you could tell the difference between women who are not used to being in Rumble matches or those kind of big matches with that many people in the ring as the men were. But as I said, if she comes back, and she would be back, and I gave you all the blueprints of the lines, in which I even said, that she got the special on ESPN Plus and all the writings on the walls. The only walls that I didn't like is the fact that the greatness of this match between her and the greatest women's wrestler of all time still, Charlotte Flair. That's not going to be the Mania match. It ended up probably being her and Big Time Bex. Okay. What was missing from the Rumble, we'll talk about. You see that? Ooh, flashes. We'll talk about that in a second. Then we had, don't get mad at me, guys and girls. Even my daughter said it was a bathroom match. Like, seriously, she knew who was going to win, and it was Big Time Bex. Then we had the match that I don't care what any of you say. I waited for this match a decade. I get tired of seeing shit like Dream Match. Hangman Page versus Undertaker. Who the fuck is dreaming about that?
The fuck?
A bitch badass taking no offense, but I like to see it. Yeah, I get it. But it ain't a dream match. This is a dream match. And Bobby Lashley wins this title. And and listen to the black contingent out there. You get a half a leg because I still like to dive in where I need to and where I can. And that is, I don't give a damn how he won it as a black man winning that title.
A victory is still a victory.
It's still a victory, and a victory no less nice over Brock Lesnar. Okay? That needs to go without saying. So what? It happened the way it happened. Oop. It happened that way. Oh, my tribal chief. It happened that way. Then we had the couple versus couple. Oh, they got it in. They got it on. A finish we expected. Okay, of course. If you want to say that's predictable, duh. It was predictable when it started. It doesn't matter. It's only entertainment, people.
I don't think they realize that. I don't think they realize that at this point in time.
They don't. Then we had the men's Royal Rumble. Went through a little fast. Had to go through a little fast. Didn't like, I would say, the entrance of the no surprises, shall I say, but no call-up, shall we say. Those kind of things. But from an action standpoint, I was entertained by it. I mean, you guys' favorite Puerto Rican came out. Bad Bunny's back. All right. And then this thing was run by Mr. Old Brock Lesnar coming out at number 30. Very predictable in that. Now, let's talk about the matches, Dice. Let's go through the matches now. Your thoughts first before the matches. I'm sorry. Overall of the night.
Overall, I can't be disappointed. You don't know why? Because everything from here on out is for money and entertainment. It's pure entertainment value. And if you watch this pay-per-view and you walked away and said that shit that was stupid, it didn't make any sense, then you ain't been paying attention to Raw or SmackDown for the past month and a half, because it all made sense. Some of the storylines tied into previous stuff, and it just made sense all around. So for me personally, I love the Rumble. Wasn't anything that I was like, oh, well, you know the problem is? All these people say, oh, it's predictable. Oh, it's predictable. But before the fucking pay-per-view, you will sit there and say, well, this person's going to win. Oh, I told you they were going to win. And then when they don't fucking win, you're like, oh, that's a predictable finish. How the fuck do you want it? You want cheese on a sandwich if it says bacon, egg, and cheese, or don't you want cheese on a sandwich and make it bacon and egg? What you want? Because you motherfuckers is too hard to please at this point in time.
If I just have bacon and eggs, I got to have at least some grape juice, right? I ain't going to lie. I throw a little tomato on there. Little tomato with a little salt.
Tomato?
Little tomato on there.
Just tomatoes on there. On there too. Goddamn. What the tomato? What is that?
Listen, shout out to my Ayatollah, to the Ayatollahs, to the stars, Quasars, and all that good shit to show the pros to King Von Jr. backstage. All of a sudden, even he got his belt. Now, I'm going to bring him on because he got his belt. Just because he put the belt out today. I'm going to get his opinion on here too. And while I got you, before we go ahead and get to these comments, and the comments are coming in heavy. Keep them coming. I want the heat. We want the heat. We want the smoke, as they say. But I want to ask you real fast there, King Vaughn, your thoughts of the pay-per-view.
I'll say the best parts of the pay-per-view were the title matches. In terms of the WWE title match and the Universal title. So, and the thing about it is that, like my predictions were kind of reversed. I thought that Lashley would get his revenge by winning the Royal
exactly.
Rumble.
That's how I had it picked as well.
And and the thing is, I even mentioned that before, but it just so happened. The funny thing about it was that earlier today, I was having a conversation with somebody, about the Rumble. I was like, I just threw this idea out there just jokingly. I was like, what if Bobby Lashley ends up winning just in time before Black History Month, which starts next week? And so just so you know, all of a sudden, I'm like, this wasn't even my original prediction, and this ends up happening. So, hey, I'm good with it. He's a two-time Black WWE champion. Now, in terms of the women's Royal Rumble, you already saw, certain my criticisms.
That's where I was going to tell y'all. Y'all had that reverse. It was like, oh, Sasha Banks lost. Damn it. I was going to say, well, ain't Black History Month. Bobby Lashley win. Well, it's Black History Month. Neither one had to do with neither one of them shits because we're 3 days away from that shit happening. Not that it's shit, but saying we're 3 days away from Black History Month. I don't think right now that covers the quota, as we can say and pick and choose. It's the storyline. It's been written. Even if it was written the other way around, it was written. Come back to me later with that, Vaughn. I want to get back to this program right here. Thank you, as always, for that man and the Victorious Ones podcast. All right, that brother got a lot of good things happening in the quad, as they say. Dice, this match. You know what? Want to get to the people first? To the people have to say.
You know,
or you want to? You got some more to say. Get it off your chest. Say what your chest out.
I'm happy for this lady. That lady. I'm happy for her. I'm happy for her. I was happy for Melina. I was happy for Michelle McCool. I was happy for Kelly. I was happy for
so that's what we're going to do. Just start at the Royal Rumble, at the Women's Royal Rumble.
No, I'm just going to keep that there because I love hardcore country. So I'm just going, I'm just going to stay right there. Go ahead, but proceed. But I couldn't hold it in no longer.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna. I need to know, other than I mean, them coming back. I mean, what makes you so happy for? I'm being honest. I'm not trying to be rude or anything like that.
I don't know.
I believe I said on
I don't.
on other shows she's done already. They've already done more for Impact Wrestling than AEW has in 2 years, and tonight proves that even further. They even let her come out with the belt. That was a little not shocking, but like amazing to see that they let that happen because they are, you know what I mean. So that pretty much was pretty good. But go ahead.
I was happy on the sense of, well, mainly Mickey, but half of these women they were gone by the time the transition came from 2-minute matches to main eventing Raw and SmackDown and pay-per-views. They didn't have the chance to experience this. So I don't know.
Over half of them did. Melina was in the first Women's Royal Rumble.
Yeah, come on now. Like,
what do you mean? You can't come on. You're gonna speak what you're
no,
speaking.
No. Hold on. Stop trying to do that. You're not gonna shit on my moment for these women right now. You're not gonna shit on my woman.
First of all, it's not shitting. I want you to say what you're saying and have it.
I'm trying to. If you would not cut me off, that doesn't make any sense.
But what you're saying doesn't make no sense.
How does it not make sense?
Because these women have been in the Women's Royal Rumble before.
Time out. Now let me get done. Let me get done with my thing. Right. So you can literally see the joy in Melina's face coming in. She ain't getting no pop like that the first time. She ain't get no pop like that. Go back and watch it. She ain't get no pop like that. Most of them women didn't get no pop like that. So in that retrospect, I'm happy for those ladies to enjoy that. That every woman, if you looked at a certain point in the match, they were going against a younger person and a person of their time. I like that. I'm glad that they got to experience the young and their generation. So I'm cool with that. I thought it was entertaining more so, a lot more than the men's match. And for that's why Rumble was good for me. Plain and simple. But
I'm not my reason, if you feel like it's shitting on you, it's not shitting on it. It's just your reasoning for liking it happened in other Rumbles. That's what I'm saying. Now, even the matchups of happening with them, with the younger, with the older, and the pop. That's
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. You still gonna pop? You're still gonna pop for that Brock versus Roman, ain't you? You still gonna pop for Brock versus Roman, even though you've seen it many and many times, didn't you?
The thing is this: is that quietly, if you shut the fuck up, I can talk. You're such a damn freak. Is all you are happy for the TNA on the screen. That's all you. Keep it real. You're happy to finally see the TNA you love and the TNA you still got, and that's all it is. But the soliloquy that you had with it, soliloquy, if you will, so to speak, baby, didn't go. That's all I'm saying. But the Rumble, it was entertaining. It was more entertaining than the women.
Because you were so mad that I was ahead of you on the stream, you could not enjoy my enjoyment of this match.
I didn't need. Well, A and B, I kind of heard. That's why I turned it on even more. But nonetheless. That doesn't take away from it. To the comments, I shall go, and there's a lot of them here. I hope I don't skip nobody behind. Who we got? Reigns and Rollins was a 3.75 out of 5. I just didn't like the finish, but the match was chemistry-wise was amazing. I disagree. I think the match was incredibly awesome and tells a story even more to them. Until I thought what was going to happen, but I thought the other way around, like King Vaughn said, that Bobby would lose and go in the Rumble, and so I thought this was a one-off, if you will, so to speak, or just moving through the next thing. So this tells me it's not a one-off, the way that Roman ended it by getting disqualified. I mean, he choked him out. And it's odd to me that I watching Royal Rumble today in WrestleMania 2000, when I shared, you all knew what that was, and Taz choked out Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle protested that, like, yo, he didn't beat me, he choked me. So when did choking become legal in wrestling? That's what I'm saying. With that, Seth Rollins versus Roman was beautiful. Seth was like Freddy Krueger. I don't get that one. Can you help me out with that one, Dice? You know that one that represents?
What?
Seth was like Freddy Krueger. I'm
not a Freddy guy.
Lashley over Lesnar. Wow, exactly. In itself, it is. I don't care how that finished. The fact that Bobby Lashley won that match is insane by itself. For the rematch to be at Mania. Mania is perfect for Seth and Roman. Brock is boring matches. I don't think Brock does nothing boring to me. And I tell you this, and I said a while ago, it's Brock and Roman at Mania. Here's the thing. Think about it. And now I see it, and I didn't see it before. And somebody's going to say, oh, I saw that, but you're lying because no dirt sheets said it, which is hashtag depth of dirt sheets. Oh, yeah. Dave Meltzer. Fuck you. And that is what happened at WrestleMania in San Francisco. Isn't that where Seth stole the moment that also took away from Brock Lesnar as well? Can we see that as a triple threat match at Mania? Seth, Brock, and Roman? Could that be where we go? The Almighty Baby. The show was great, though. If it's great, say it's great first. When y'all comment, don't comment a negative comment. Comment good, then come with the bad. Bad Bunny for the WWE Hall of Fame. Oh, he's going automatically. That's for sure. The Colombians like him. Well, Lewis, that Colombian Hugo from Medellin does not. Okay. And he's the Colombian I know the most, that I talk to the most, and that guy can't stand him. But my Puerto Rican barbers, they all love him. Well, let me rephrase that. They say the kids all love him. All right. So what else we got here? Vaughn, the top 2 W celebrities of all time, Mr. T and Bad Bunny. I don't know about that, man. Mr. T and Bad Bunny. I mean, over like Pamela Anderson. Well, I guess Bad Bunny's bigger than that, but I think Pamela Anderson's bigger than Mr. T. Right? Mike Tyson. You gonna put Mr. T over Mike Tyson? Over Floyd Mayweather? Come on with that one. Derek, you can acknowledge criticism if you present it with intelligence. Shouldn't shy away from the negativity, just can't feed into it. Well, I don't want to, listen, that's like saying, I'm going to put a little heroin in my arm. It ain't going to hurt.
What?
That's when you let the wrestling criticism community dictate how you watch wrestling. When you hear the noise so much that it becomes your own words. It's the same thing in reverse when everybody says something is great. Oh, it's great. It's great because your mind became programmed to say that. I reside to not have no smack in my arms. No heroin for me, Dice. I don't want that smack. All right?
What?
Well, that's what it is. That negativity is like heroin. It fuck you up. That's what I'm saying. It's dirt sheets on that shit. Okay, Ronda Rousey could be on Raw and could be challenging. No, ain't no could be on Raw. Okay, she is going to be on Raw, and WWE tweeted that immediately after the match to tell you right here. It did this. It said Ronda Rousey. There it is in front of you in glory, in all that beautiful glory. Your 2022 Women's Royal Rumble Raw this Monday. Is it this? And that's what made me think, which one is actually bigger? For me, it still has always been in what they wanted, which, hey, there you go, wrestling fans. Are you happy you got one? You finally got one, wrestling fans. You got what you didn't. You didn't want Charlotte Flair in there, and you finally got it. They wanted Flair and Ronda, and your fans made it big time Bex and Ronda, and that's you're probably going to get again. Okay, what else we got here in the comment section of people complaining? Charlotte Flair was robbed. God dang it, right, she was robbed. Damn right.
God.
Damn right, Charlotte was robbed. You know it, Dice. You know it's just like Bianca Belair was robbed when Big Time Vex came back and beat her in 26 seconds. She wasn't ready. She wasn't ready for, well, that would make sense if Ronda had came out and she didn't know she was there. They kind of was in the ring together last bit. So I tried to make it work and it just didn't. It didn't.
Okay. I was waiting for you to come back.
It didn't go well for you to come back. I tried it. Hey, but the people that were not there, that's the ones that, let's talk about that part when it comes to the Women's Royal Rumble. You did not see Alexa Bliss, no Paige, no Bayley, no Asuka, no surprise by maybe even having maybe Trish show up. Looking back at that, Dice, as you know, we did say, and we're saying still now, we enjoyed this Women's Royal Rumble very much. And what you got in the background playing, you better be careful before we get kicked off again.
It's a gift. It's a gift, not a video.
Just making
That's how
sure.
I got around it.
Just
it's a gift, not a video. No sound.
But
no
these
sound.
women
You can't
did not show
copyright
up.
me. Listen, if I get copyrighted for this, I don't give a shit. Sasha was driving that thing low. She was making that thing split, boy. God, dog. She dropped that thing low.
You
Skill.
stupid. My son's just screaming over and over about all the anime that all of them possessed on the night. It was like, okay, I get it. I think I'm seriously. My son is obsessed with anime the way I'm obsessed with vagina.
I'm not gonna lie. When she came out, yo, I kind of lost my shit a little bit. I was like, yo, that shit was sexy. That shit was fucking sexy, yo. I mean, I don't even watch that shit, but that shit was sexy.
That's selling more. And the funny part is, my daughter says, "Anime is us, but we're never doing a show on Amber." I said, "What if the people ask you to? You just never know." I'm so glad Bobby won. FFS. I'm too old to know what that means. Like I when I first saw LOL, I thought, or what was that? WTF? Why the face? I really did, because
Hold on, Vaughn. Why could they have placed Michelle McCool with Trish Stratus? Didn't Trish Stratus have that comeback moment? Michelle McCool didn't get one. So
Michelle McCool did come back though, but she did come back. I'm trying to tell you that Michelle McCool was in the first Women's Royal Rumble.
No, okay, and Trish got her a nice little main event match, right?
Well, Trish coming back or not doesn't taint this Women's Royal Rumble.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It doesn't make it any better either.
So what you see, I mean, okay, I don't. You're ahead of me in the comments, so you're like reading on air
because I can't pick them. I can't pick them.
Well, if you had to, we let that go right now. All right, so, but I don't see Vaughn. Oh, Vaughn's coming here on it. Here's what you don't get. Here had a beer belch there. Okay, I get you. I myself was shocked that Sasha Banks was thrown out early. How could you not be? Right? But seeing Sasha Banks get thrown out early and having the Bella Twins didn't last long at all. Natty lasted long, and people have to understand Natty came in at 12, okay? Later on, eliminated by Ronda Rousey. So having that happen, Natty being there, that doesn't disrespect her. And the Bella Twins still are more popular than Sasha Banks, whether you want to see it or not.
Listen,
people were waiting for
the Bellas were great. The Bellas were great. Yo, they was doing it. They was on that Mean Girl shit, man. They was on a Mean Girl shit.
What like they said when she did the yes chant, did that not solidify when I said it's called Daniel Bella? She did the yes chant, y'all. Sorry, AEW, you know where you got it from. Okay, just saying. Not that it's hers. Y'all get what I'm pointing out. I'm just saying. Y'all got to stop with the intellectual property shit, okay? But I mean, I get everybody being mad about Sasha. I'm sorry. It's in my daughter's words. My daughter rocked all three jackets tonight between her three favorite girls, right? And she switched every time. And she said, I said, why are you upset? She said the same thing you guys are saying. And this is a 12-year-old girl who says Sasha doesn't get the big win enough, and she just came back. Why not Banks? That's what my daughter said. And I said, okay, good point. Debatable. I can't go against that. She didn't win. I'm not going to gripe about it. Hopefully there's something bigger for her down the road. Okay? And people have to understand, winning the Royal Rumble, even though it's still big, even though for me it's the best pay-per-view of the year because, for me it's like it goes hand in hand with WrestleMania. So it gets my excitement juices flowing from WrestleMania. There's more ways to get into a main event match than the Royal Rumble nowadays. I mean, hell, the fact they're going to have Elimination Chamber, right hand man, they have Elimination Chamber off of American soil. When was the last time they had a pay-per-view? Well, I don't get that part. To have that in Judah, Saudi Arabia, like, man, yeah, the money is damn right. It's definitely hence why we seen Shane O'Mac come out in the Rumble later on in the night because the money was spent for him to come back as well. But I'm not too mad. I'm not too mad with that being the outcome of the Women's Royal Rumble either. But I thought not seeing Asuka, not seeing Paige, did that let you down in any way, Dice? I mean, I wanted to see them, and I think they could replace some people in there as well. So every time I ask you to say something, I say something after that. Go ahead.
I think you know what? When number 30 hit, I knew that once we got Ronda came in like 26 or some shit like that.
28. I got them all wrote down. For the first time ever, I wrote down all this shit.
Well, I just hit CBS Sports and it has this shit.
Well, but okay. I wrote it down so I could do this because you'd be like, yo, why don't you play this shit on the TV screen? So I was like, okay, there it is. Boom. I'm going to write them down so Dice can say why we don't have the people that came in the ring, how they came in the ring. So I want to just put them there for you. Go ahead. I did it. Go ahead. I'm shining. See, I got my belt too.
Okay. All right. Once she came out and she got that pop, I knew that was like the top of the mountain. That was it. It wasn't going to be another surprise. they weren't going to make us hyperventilate. It was too close together. I knew that's what they had for us. So when 30 hit, I was fingers crossed for Asuka. Didn't believe Bayley was going to be a thing. I definitely thought Asuka would be a thing. Had no real belief that Paige was going to be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So Asuka was more the logical sense for me.
Well, we kind of wanted more. Well, not wanted more, but I thought it would happen.
It would have made more
logically.
sense. Yeah,
right.
But at that time, I completely fucking forgot about Shayna Baszler.
Mm-hmm.
I completely forgot about her. I was like, oh shit.
Well, when 28 hit, we had some people there, and they went a little crazy.
Babies later, there we are. Woo.
And I'm
Did he say 3 years, 2 babies later?
Yeah, one. It's okay. Listen, that's why you want to know why Sasha Banks didn't last. That's why it didn't matter.
Didn't have no iPhone.
When you have a winner, it doesn't matter who went where somebody else went out. That's always been, even when I was a kid, like I get it, I didn't like it, but it doesn't change the narrative of what they had picture painted for their story that they're going to tell. And I thought the Women's Royal Rumble was amazing. I'm not going to lie again. I thought the in-ring, I saw, like you saw right there coming in, it was a lot of that. It was a lot of standing around. I mean, I saw more standing around than I've ever seen in a Royal Rumble in my entire life doing this Women's Royal Rumble. And one of my favorite parts was by far Nikki Ash attacking Molly Holly. Old superhero to new superhero was my pop of the night, along with Ronda Rousey coming back. And not just because I called Ronda Rousey coming back. And you know how I feel about Ronda Rousey? I said I won't say it again. I didn't think she looked too impressive on her first day back early. You know what I mean? Because again, it was a lot of standing around in this. The men's, like it or not, it was action nonstop in the men's Royal Rumble tonight. It was faster, yes. Time, you can say they always had to speed up time, but everyone said they'd be an intelligent, smart mark, whatever. They had more acts. I thought they handled the Rumble better.
I think in that sense, it just goes, you can see, and it's no disrespect to the women who haven't been in the WWE in quite some time. You can still see like the counting of the steps in their head. Like you can tell that, you know, somebody doing an unnecessary stutter step run, like just do it. Like, because they're waiting to see if the other woman is actually paying attention. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you just got to trust your dance partner in that sense of time. And a lot of them don't have that because they haven't been around a very long time, you know? So, but the main ladies, you know, the Rheas, the Charlottes, the Sashas, like they had it, they were on it. But when it came to go in between, when it came to do anything interaction with somebody who wasn't on the roster, you could tell it was kind of, do I let you take it? Do I take it? Or
they don't know they don't know how to lead. They don't know who to lead. Now I left this up there, Dennis. I'm going to ask you a question because I never want to assume anything from anybody. Were you mad when Austin came back and won the Rumble when he was out? Did you hate when Triple H did it? Did you hate when any wrestler came back? Insert anybody there. I said, you know, my memory ain't the greatest. You know what I'm saying? Those are some of my two favorites. So I mentioned them. But she's supposed to be that way. The same way I didn't like that they did it for Becky Lynch. I wasn't mad at the fact. I don't think that Becky Lynch beating Bianca Belair was the problem. It was how she beat Bianca Belair was the problem. And I said that. Go back and listen to other shows. She should have paid back and beat her. She didn't lose her. I mean, that's wrestling. It's about stars. This is where people have to understand. I said this earlier. I don't know if you heard me because we were on different parties today talking. But WWE has always been more comic bookish than anybody, which means they're going to always put over stars and characters. Characters are always going to be the main driven thing. So whoever's the biggest pops will always win for their biggest events. because that's what to them, that's what's talking. Us fans talking like this and you guys chattering up on Twitter, yeah, they may hear the mummers, but you gotta be really acceptable by them. For every time you put up 8 seconds, they block you. So just saying, you gotta know what you're doing here. What else we got going on here right now? Derek has something to say as well. It said, Derek, I think Ronda Rousey challenged Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's title, going back and forth, but ultimately choose Raw Women's champion. Yeah, again, that's supposed to happen. That's going to happen. I'm here for it. Don't give a damn how it happens. Just get me to where I got to be, because I will be there. Y'all make sure y'all be there too, and check out all the shows as well. If they can get The Rock next year versus Roman headline coming in, well, listen, I've been saying that since the beginning. Everybody's been saying that. That was supposed to be your WrestleMania main event in LA, and it just didn't happen. It will be blood versus blood. The Bloodline. I called that name. Shit, I was saying blood versus blood before they even called it the Bloodline.
You was calling it the Bloodline before they called it the Bloodline.
I didn't realize that just now when I was typing up that match for that. Wow, look at that. You tell me they ain't listening, man. Shit. I told you, I am listen. Shout out to every belt collector out there in the world. You are fantastic. You're welcome. Now, I want to get back to just the end, if I can, or of the Brock Lesnar Bobby Lashley match. Right? Some people are weirded out by the finish in this. I didn't like the match in the sense of I love Brock. Brock's untouchable though. So Brock Lesnar can do anything he wants to do and get away with it. I don't know if you noticed the difference in the suplexes. Bobby made the mistake and suplexed him one time stiff, and Brock never stopped stiffing him the rest of that match.
But I think there's legitimate dislike.
You've been calling for that.
It's a legitimate dislike, and you know what? It's two big alpha males. So you got to take that. You got to take that.
Professional though.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, like
he gave Bobby a lot of stiff suplexes.
Remember when Charlotte and Nia was trading those stiff ass shots, and everybody was like, "Oh gosh, like it was Nia's fault. Nia stiffed it." No, Charlotte stiffed her first, and then they started going back and forth, and everybody fucking loved it. I have no problem with Rock stiffing Lashley and Lashley stiffing him, because for two guys that came from very physical backgrounds, professional MMA fighters, I would have liked that more than feeling like they were dancing around. So I had absolutely no problem.
Can I say this and not sound pro? I think Bobby would beat Brock Lesnar's ass in a real fight, because
I think so as well,
because of the army training and the things like that that military background. You know what I mean? Not saying that, bro. And I'm not gonna lie to you. And I love Brock Lesnar as a professional wrestler, or as a professional star. You've seen how I've argued about the UFC things. If he was not Brock Lesnar, he wouldn't have got those title shots. And Brock Lesnar had the glass jaw. I've seen it too many times. He ain't got
no endurance neither.
He has no endurance. He take that. Shane Kerwin had him beat. And the reason why the MMA UFC didn't let him win that match, because it was Brock Lesnar. And they were like, who the fuck is Shane Kerwin finna beat Brock Lesnar? And I'm being honest, but Shane Kerwin had him beat. So in a real fight, that question's always been asked. I'm taking Bobby Lashley, the almighty one. Okay. Comments again. Elvis has joined this program. Sasha and Melina were looking amazing. Listen, this man Dice was going crazy for Melina. I realized, people, that I have a type. And I used to love Melina. She's one of my favorites of all time. To me, the greatest entrance in professional wrestling.
You didn't like Mom Bob Melina.
I did not. I did not like
Mom
Bob Melina.
I love the thickness on her. I love the thickness on her.
I was like, oh no, what happened?
And then she started twerking that thing under the bottom. Oh, God.
Don't say what I'm talking about Melina. It's obvious WWE cares less about anything secondary titles, intercontinental titles. Those championships were not represented in the Royal Rumble matches tonight.
They mostly aren't, though.
Yeah, I mean, do I say it wrong or something?
There was.
Did you post it or just post it?
You did.
Okay, I said Victoria's podcast. I said that.
I don't. When's the last time you seen tag matches or any other secondary match titles on like?
On pay-per-views, I've seen them. I've seen them.
I'm talking about on the Rumble. I'm just saying at this.
On a Rumble,
particular...
typically you may get one you may get one if you're lucky. If
okay,
that's a hot feud,
and that's fine. But in the past month, pick a feud, any feud that got to do with any of those titles. Were they going to put on a better match than the It Couple versus the Grit Couple? No, because they weren't even intriguing. None of those matchups were intriguing. We forgot Shinsuke even had a fucking title. Who has the U.S. title? Damian Priest? He don't even know what the fuck going on in his own damn mind, so he's not even feuding with anybody. Like, this shit's
don't talk to
boring.
him.
This shit's boring. So give me the Grit Couple over the It Couple. It sells over any of those secondary titles.
I'm not sure if I completely hate that or not. No, I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Even the boy Scotty said, "Really? It's got Scotty's guy." He was like, "Really? You like that one of all the things you like that?" I said, "I don't know." To me, it gave him personality when he did that. Like, okay, at least he's doing something. You know what I mean? Instead of you being this guy to me that looks like, I don't know. I wouldn't hang out with. How about that? You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to hang with him. You know what I mean? And yes, Foxy was back. Damn it. Listen. Oh, I love this Alicia Fox. Listen. You know what my daughter picked out? Alicia Fox didn't have tattoos.
Yeah, the last time we saw her, she had one arm sleeve.
Okay, now she's like, they're not hiring me no more. Fuck it, I'm going all the way commando.
Yeah.
Okay, and bringing back Cameron. Oh God, right? Oh God, they brought back Cameron.
Listen, it was a nice little pop for her, and she had clearly been working on her moves. She's working on her footing, which was okay. It's good for her. It was good. The last time we saw her on AEW, she was pretty bad. She cut a pretty bad promo. But the last time we saw her on WWE television, it was terrible. So she got a little redemption in the ring so she can actually do a couple of moves, and that was fine. It was kind of cute to see Naomi come over there and check on her homegirl for a split second, and then it was back to business with Sonya, in which I love that interaction between them. I'm loving everything about Daddy DeVille and the glow.
No. Being good, I'm a bad bitch. I did love that as well. I loved how the code coming off the Women's Royal Rumble was definitely better from an entertainment standpoint. I can't.
A lot of stories being told in there as well.
But again, this right here to me puts us back in the person of the night. Bobby Lashley wins because the tribal chief comes down. Referee's knocked out. Hits Brock. Looks at Paul to hand him the title. This was planned. Again, everybody called it, right? This was playing, oh, my tribal chief Roman. The only thing about this I did not like is that it furthers my case when I said when Kofi won the title, that yes, we have finally come to win the WWE title that a black person had never held other than The Rock. That they don't promote as black, they promote him as Samoan. But the black contingent says not The Rock. I said it's the secondary title. So now it's going to be how long before they get the Universal title, and the world may never know. But this I do know, the way they treated it tonight, the way they treated this title tonight, they looked at it like it was a piece of shit and threw it down. So that's the bigger shit on, if anything in the match happened, was how Roman did that. Like, fuck your little puny little second title. You know who the real man is.
But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done and their careers are finished,
yeah,
they're not going to specify that as a Universal Championship. They're going to say it's a World Championship or a WWE Championship. That's just how they do. They don't split up Ric Flair's. When you hear their accolades,
count your
right?
Total amount of championships, yes, but they do have them individually counted.
Yes, they have them individually counted, but when they're running down their accolades, right? They combine all of them and say World Championships.
Well, I don't know if you noticed. Let's say when they make a T-shirt, and then you'll see 5 times this champion, 5 times this champion. So then they're going to take note. And again, it's a secondary title. But I thought the match was good. The stiffness was good in the match. I didn't like it though. Right? I was shocked Bobby won. I thought it'd be the other way around, and he would go to Rumble and win. But it happened this way. I was here for it. I was shocked for it. I was probably more shocked for this than I was at him winning at Mania against Drew McIntyre. I'm not going to lie to you. because it's freaking Brock Lesnar, and he doesn't lose to anybody, and he's beating everybody black for the title. And yeah, I know it doesn't matter. This man has a victory over Brock Lesnar for the title. All right, and tomorrow night or 2 nights from now, not tomorrow. How about that? Right, 2 nights from now, right, you're gonna get the fallout to this. But I love that match to death. I'm not gonna lie, Rob, DJ, I did. So,
boy, yeah, okay.
I stopped that. Listen, we got your match. Now, this was the match. You talking about Melina and what they were doing? Now, I don't fuck with your girl Beth Phoenix. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't a Beth Copeland fan. Okay, I'm not the biggest Maurice fan either, but I ain't blind. All right, okay.
Maurice had that
Maurice,
boy, God.
Listen, not just that, between Maurice and Nikki Bella, the world was waiting for a nip tuck, or whatever they call it, nip slip. Okay, because they both were just too much to handle inside the wardrobe in which they had on the night. But your winners.
I see some lips come out tonight.
Your winners tonight. And listen, here's what I like about this match. So I'm not gonna lie, I was entertained by this match that I didn't want to see. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna crap on the Miz. This is, what I'm saying. So I'm not one of them kind of fans. But I'm not gonna say I asked for this match, but I knew they would entertain me because it had these two guys in it. It's Edge and the Miz. No matter how you look at it, to me it's going to be entertaining, and it was. I thought it was going to be less entertaining by having their wives involved, and I was wrong. This was one of them matches.
Entertaining.
It was entertaining because when she did the break and she kicked out, and she did the her and Karana, and then the DDT, and then the Glamzon. This match was from, like, when you look at mixed tag team matches, this might be one of the best I've ever seen. And I'm being honest. It was that entertaining, that good, that poetic in the ring. I really, really did love it. And then, again, what ended the night was the Men's Royal Rumble dice, where we didn't have too many surprises.
Underwhelming.
Right?
Underwhelming.
AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, Austin Theory, Robert Roode, Ridge Hollins, Montez Ford, Damian Priest, Sami Zayn, Johnny Knoxville, I'll say two different names. Antonio Dawkins, Omos, Ricochet, Chad Gable, Dominic Mysterio, Happy Corbin were the first 15 in the match. And then Hill Ziggler, Sheamus, Rick Boogs, Mad Cat Moss, Riddle, Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens, Rey Mysterio, Kofi Kingston, which we'll talk about in a second, Otis, Big E, Bad Bunny, Shane O'Mac, Randy Orton, and the Beast himself, Brock Lesnar. That was the participants in the Royal Rumble match won by this man right here.
When you put that up, when you put that roster of people up, that shit looks stupid.
What, the picture of them all sitting there?
Yeah, that shit looks stupid. Look at that.
It's a generational thing. I mean, I'm not going to say I haven't seen. I've seen worse.
What Rumble you seen that looks worse than that?
My mind ain't where it is, but I can go back in time and say I've seen a worse roster than that. I would say the 50-man Battle Royal.
Oh, you trying to shit on Del Rio?
It's not about the winner, but and people will say it's about the winner too in that. But I mean, I'm not shitting on Del Rio's win, but the participants wasn't that great. And again, only thing for me that made this not entertaining, it was very good in the ring to me. I said that I'm a Battle Royal guy. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the finish. I love where they were going with the story. I know what's going to happen next in the story. Again, comment below. Let us know your comments. Get them on the air momentarily here. But I was okay with that. Only thing I was not okay with in this whole thing, AJ was phenomenal tonight. And I actually thought for a glimpse there that maybe AJ, especially when he comes out number one, does the Shawn Michaels pose.
He's my guy, but I didn't think so. And I wanted to. I wanted to, because I said if he gets a Rumble under his belt, he'll be an Ultimate Grand Slam champ, in which that's the only thing he hasn't done. And I believe he's probably 1 or 2 years left on his contract. He might be into his last year these next 365 days.
I think it's like 24, something like that. But again, I'm with you on this one, Elvis. Kofi fucked up. But here's the thing with this. I've always thought that was if you happen to mess up, you're out moment at the Rumble, right? Same thing with Naomi. That's part of the game. He tried
to clean it.
He tried his best, but his feet got caught. And then, especially when they ran the tape back, they had to. This is the new media that we live in today.
Because somebody else was going to do that shit.
Yeah. We got 1995 had a bad week roster. What's going on, Ronnie Richard? Vaughn also says the 40-man battle royal. Tonight's match better than Miz and Maurice, John Cena, and Nikki. I thought Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey really were good. I actually liked Kurt Angle, Ronda Rousey, Triple H, and Stephanie. I was there for that also, so maybe that's tainted. So I'll put that up there. Actually, I like all of these that you named. I would put all these up there in some of my top. So wrong person on this one for me on that one. I'm on the other side of the spectrum. Didn't expect Drew McIntyre showing up for the Rumble. That was surprising in itself as well.
About the only surprise.
And just like, and maybe, how about this? What if Shotzi is not really 100% cleared? Just to throw that out there. We were all kind of shocked to see her back, or maybe they just played us with the injury. Who knows, right? It's wrestling. That's the beauty of it. I can care less, really. AJ got Linda there back. All cat malls.
I thought that lost my train of thought. Proceed.
You got Michael over here screaming. I called it weeks ago. Bob was going to.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wonder what happened because we said it last show, the past week and a half, that Roman said that he was going to be in the Rumble. Did he not? Are we mistaken that?
He did say something like,
or was that kind of like a sarcastic?
That was kind
I'm
of
going to enter the Rumble.
And that was before. Yeah, that was before Seth came backstage and had that match with Seth.
Okay, all right. Which leads me to my next point. How did Brock get a spot?
You know what happened, and I can answer that.
I was thinking that.
Oh, okay, that was a question.
Well, no, it was more of a rhetorical thing because I'm thinking like he was going to pull like some Nia Jax shit and fuck somebody's spot up and then take it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was thinking like, all right, we're going to get a big surprise, and but no, you know what? For once, one of the sheets that I've seen, they were right about Shane McMahon, which led me to believe they might have been right about Kurt Angle. I got a little excited. And when it got to like 29, I say, ain't no goddamn way that Kurt Angle's going to be number 30. So, yeah, it died down pretty quick.
Well, I won't talk about Ivory being caring because she was caring before there was a word called caring. That was the whole right to censor thing. I love that. I'm a big fan of Ivory. Always will. Took a picture with her at WrestleMania
That was hilarious.
Access. I love that. That was one of my pops of the night as well. Even my kids were like, "What's up with this lady?" You know what I'm saying? So them not knowing her, I thought was pretty cool as well. Bianca fucked up last year and still won. Bianca, I tell y'all all, I can go back and name people to touch feet. It's their story. They can do what they want to do, and I don't think her foot touched the floor.
I don't think so either.
Okay. Some other comments I have.
I'm pretty sure Kofi was not going to be a major Final Four player.
Yeah, and that's why it's okay. That's why it's okay. But listen, I look at this, right? I go, to answer your question, I was going to answer was like, so as soon as he lost, he's Brock Lesnar. You go backstage and just say whatever. That's what I just assume. I assume some things we have to be more progressive as intelligent wrestling fans and know it's Brock Lesnar. He lost. He's going to be in the Rumble. I agree from an entertainment standpoint, though. Show 30 coming
slots
out,
are already 30 slots are already accompanied for. So how did you get one?
And at least show me a backstage showing somebody he whooped their ass or something. Yeah. I get it. Y'all were short for time. You're pressed for time.
It seemed very rushed.
It's not easy to go ahead. It's not hard to put a sidebar up and show he took somebody's spot backstage. I don't know. Could be a little bit better than that, in my opinion, for that. But again, I thought it was entertaining from a standpoint of the action in the ring. But how it happened, it's whatever. I've seen worse to me, and I think that opening up with Seth with the Shield, that match, Roman getting himself deliberately disqualified from that match, having the second match be the Women's Royal Rumble, and have those surprise people come back. Me seeing the yes chant, the Mickie James, the Melinas, the splits, the matchups you did see when I thought, well, if Charlotte at this point, if Charlotte wins this Royal Rumble, her and Lita would not be a bad pop for a WrestleMania crowd. That crowd went crazy for that. I
was like, you know what? I would be okay if Lita won it. I really would be.
Well, I don't think Lita was going to win it, but I'm talking about player winning.
I didn't think that she would, but the more and more the match went on, I was like, okay, Lita doesn't look too bad. This probably would be a nice little match.
Always scares me. First thing my wife always says is that neck scar. when she had her neck surgery. That always
Yeah.
scares me. When Sarah Logan comes out, like even my daughter's like, "What? Why?"
I liked it. You know, I liked it, man, because
you didn't like when she got fired. That was a one-off. She got a little paycheck. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah,
You won't see her nowhere else.
That was another one of those ladies. I was just honestly, I was happy for. I follow her on Instagram, and the fact that, you know, she was very. I'm not going to put her like she was a freaking star, but she could go as one of like those heavy hitter type women, but they just couldn't develop her character, or it's something just didn't connect with her character. But for some reason, fans loved her, but they, you know, and she went on to have a baby with Ivar. I guess that's the one, Ivar, of Viking Raiders, and she's been living the home Viking mom life. And
she looks like a Viking mom too.
Yeah, she looked like she don't wear deodorant. But I was happy to see her out there.
So you go from that to the bathroom match. My daughter called it, so I can get away with it because she's a girl and she said it. But
which actually turned out to be an okay match.
Okay.
It turned out to be an okay match.
It was okay. Right? Yeah.
It was better than what I gave her credit for when I saw it. Oh shit, okay, let me go ahead.
I don't think Doudrop's bad in the ring, so it's not bad from that standpoint. It's not bad from the standpoint of these girls can't go together in the ring. It's just we knew the outcome. It was one of the most only thing I kind of knew from the night that was not going to happen. Anything else, I kind of felt there was an unsure certainty about. That was something I would have bet money that big time Bex was going to beat Doudrop that night. Also, they had Lashley and Bobby and Brock finally after all these years. I was very highly impressed with that. Miz and Maurice and Edge and Beth, I loved again. And the Men's Royal Rumble, it wasn't the best, but I didn't hate it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I overall enjoyed highly out of this fucking Royal Rumble. I really did. I found it hard pressed not to like what I saw.
I agree 100%.
Are you more excited now for the road to WrestleMania? Be careful now. They have to go around the blocks, just so you know.
I'm like 50-50 at this point. 50-50. I don't know how many more layers to this onion of Roman and Brock that I can personally take, or how many that I'm thinking that Seth sneaks his head up in there as well. But I don't know how much more I can take between those two.
Why? Let's sit there for a little bit.
You know what? I don't know why, and it has nothing to do with either of them, because
pay-per-view. Do me a favor. Check your inbox. I will give you right now permission to come on air, just so I can trash your opinion. All right? Check your inbox. I'm giving it to you right now. Who else? Anybody else want to come on air and tell me this pay-per-view was trash? Let's go. I'll give you 35 seconds.
You want to know why? You want to know why statements like that are made? Because it wasn't their person. It wasn't their guy. It wasn't their girl. But does the guy or girl that you chose, does it make sense or make money for WrestleMania season? Probably not. Probably not. But you know what? WWE 2K22 is coming on right around the corner. We can play some My GM mode and we can see if your mind works better than mine.
I sent you and I can't wait for that. I sent you a link, Scott. Oh, I'm not coming on there. I wouldn't come on there and defend that bullshit either.
Listen,
okay.
Back to Roman and Brock though. I don't know what it is about them that is. What else can they do? Like, this is the most entertaining that I can remember.
Get the
of
fuck
Brock.
out of here, Elvis.
And this is Roman being, you know, God mode, which is unstoppable at this point and very entertaining. But it's like, how many more times? How many more times can we, you know what I'm saying? Like, can we do this? I mean, I know we got Rock and Austin
wrestling fan,
time
right?
after time after time. We got Rock Stone Cold time after time after time. We got Rock Triple H time after time.
Because you know where I was going with that, right?
Yeah, I know where you was going. But it's
you always got it in different increments, though. So I feel like with them, this is why I feel like it's different. I know that it's there a lot, right? I know that. So this would be like what their fourth Mania, if third or fourth Mania. Which one they're Vaughn between Brock and Roman? If it's them. Fourth, no, they got San Francisco, they got New Orleans, right? If this happens, that'd be three. I think there's one more in there if I'm not missing something. Okay. But
the very reason that you are saying that it's
Brock's
garbage,
not there.
I guarantee you, Scott Thomas, that you went crazy and ape shit over Rock, Stone Cold, Rock, Triple H, Kurt Angle, and Undertaker, Kurt Angle and Rock. You went ape shit over. You're not going to tell me that you didn't go ape shit over that. Sting and Flair, Sting and Hogan.
Hell, hold on. Let's go to current.
DDP and Hogan.
Hold on. Let's go to Samoa Joe and AJ Styles.
Samoa Joe and Bobby Roode.
Yeah,
Samoa Joe and
that's wrestling. When you're the cream of the crop, that's what happens. But here's the difference I was going to say between all of those dynamics that makes it different for me. We don't see Brock all the time because Brock's a part-timer, right?
We don't, but we've been seeing a lot of him. We've been seeing a lot of him in the past 2.5 months.
But in that, to me, again, I've always entertained by Brock Lesnar. Okay,
Cena versus Orton, Cena versus Edge, Edge versus Orton.
Yeah, those things are there. So the way that this is, it's not like every year they touch each other. Like, and some of them guys they touched every year. You know what I mean? These Brock will come back and go against Cena. Brock will come back and go against this person. Brock come back against that person. And then there's still always room in the wings. You know what I'm saying? Whoever that next big slave thing is to do. So that's why I'm okay with all of that right there. The third time, okay. So just looking at this, and then he wins his second Rumble, right? So he's one of what, 3 people? Stone Cold, him, Triple H. Oh no, Shawn Michaels. I'm sorry.
But who else? But for people who don't like the fact that he won this, who else is going to bring you top dollar money to go with Roman Reigns?
What did I say 2 months
outside
ago?
of Seth Rollins? Maybe Seth can do it. Now, why not double your bet up? Why not double your bet up and get both of them in the match with the man who's on God mode right now?
Listen, I said, I like that you said that, right? Because I'm a big Roman Mark. Here's what I don't get, right?
Listen, they went ape shit over that Gargano and Ciampa shit for 2 years.
Let me stop that before I get blocked. Do not start that. Stop it! All right. You know what I said.
Fuck out my face with that shit.
That's right, trying to block me every time I put 8 seconds worth of shit on the screen.
Well, who else out of those people that got fired is going to bring top dollar money that's not named Bray Wyatt? Like, you're not going to tell me Braun Strowman. You're not going to tell me any of these people from NXT that was let go. You're not going to tell me that because they weren't moving merchandise to begin with.
And I said it again. And that's what I was going to say. Look, you look at it. I said in the debut season premiere of Around the Blocks, right here on UPR, I said it's going to be Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. It doesn't matter. And I said all I care about is how they get me there. And so far, I'm enjoying it. And it's not because, what do you say? Where the hell is Shaky?
Where was Shaky Veer Jinder?
They're probably going to get released tomorrow.
I'm almost giving up on my guy Veer, man. I'm almost giving up on him.
And that as well, Derek. It's reversed this time around. It's completely the other way around. Brock is the face. And
I think that's what's been it's been enjoyable to see Brock as a face, right? But I think I've kind of
I'm glad he's not though. I thought it was too soon.
I think I've kind of went. I'm sour on it. After the shit that he said, the way he disrespected Bobby Lashley, I was like, okay, like haha, but I'm over it now. Like I'm over comedic Brock.
I think
AJ would have been a nice pick. However, like most of these Rumbles, like if you look at any of the winners, they're not like out of the blue winners. They're usually winners that have some sort of history with the champion. So he doesn't have
the comments because you're cutting me off when I'm trying.
I'm sorry.
But I will bring the comment up for us to see. You can't read it beforehand because nobody knows what you're talking about.
Wait, you already put it up there.
I know, but I said stop for a second. I wanted to touch on the situation about those two not touching each other. And I guess you moved on, but you kept going and reading the damn comments. You're having a whole sidebar. God damn it. And I'm lost. You had 5 different conversations at 4 different times.
I was, man, because this shit gets me riled up a little bit. I'm saying, man.
So
this makes money.
And George
it makes
both
sense.
said you're about 50-50 with it on Rumble. Again, I'm a mark. I've been a mark, never been ashamed of saying I'm a mark. I'm just an intelligent wrestling fan. Meaning to me, a mark is someone who I don't let things dictate my enjoyment of what I'm watching. This is supposed to get me excited for somewhere that I'm going to go spend money to go see, right? And if I don't go spend money to go see it, I still would get excited like this because it's the road to WrestleMania. This is as a wrestling fan, even if you hate this company, you're watching this company during WrestleMania weekends. You want to see them fail enough. It's like why you watch Floyd Mayweather. You know he's the fucking best you've ever seen. That's not named Muhammad Ali, or because none of y'all ever really saw Muhammad Ali except for you older motherfuckers like me. But you won't say it because you hate them so fucking much. All right? That's the WWE. You hate them so fucking much, but you know they're the best in business. It's just that simple, Scott. That's a goddamn lie. Pick Charlotte as well. I like Ronda comeback. She looked like shit. She didn't look like shit. All right? Watch your mouth. She's a mother, for heaven's sakes. And I think she did sell. I think she did sell.
But even if she
sold in the beginning, and then when they went to the Rumble type shit, none of them sold. At one point, I saw Bianca Belair walked across the ring. She got kicked in her calf, looked at the girl, and stopped. My disappointment in the men's battle royal is that my man Boogs was having his thumb all up the men's ass and on their crotches while he's throwing them out the damn ring. I swore on when who had Montez in the corner when he first got in the ring? Montez said, yo, stop. He tried to take him out the ring by putting his whole arm underneath his shit. You saw Montez around. I said, yo, dude, if you don't stop that shit. And then he moved his hand. I'm trying to think who that was. Where's my man's list? I think it was Rich Hollins. Rich Hollins had him up in the corner. He was like, man, if you don't get the fuck off me. And you could tell he said that to him. Because he had his whole shit. Remember that part where he got in the ring? That's before he did the flip off the ring. Remember he did the backflip? Right before that moment, he said, he turned around, and that's when the motherfucker moved his arm. Because all night long, they were giving them stiffies all night, man. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Oscar was gone for a minute, too. Oscar, listen, I said this a while ago, and I don't have nothing to say about nothing about this except for I know how much the legal amount of marijuana you can have. And I wish I could find this picture. Vaughn, if you could find it, maybe you guys might have it for Monday's show. But I got to find where this was. I know I wasn't dreaming. I'm not sure if it was a TikTok of Oscars or a YouTube video of Oscars or whatever, Twitch of Oscars. But she had in there 2 pounds of fucking weed on the table. And I mean, that moment, I said, remember I came on air and I said, yo, I don't know if she ever coming back. Like, it's one thing, like Matt Riddle, we know probably thinks he smokes weed, but you don't see him. You know what I'm saying? She just had weed just sitting on the table. So I'm not sure what's going on with Oscar. What do you say? What do you have? Pop that Undertaker entered the Rumble? No. I don't think so. And only because fans like you would have made me second guess that. If you're there and Taker comes out, then right, you're popping for it. It's Taker coming out. You know what I'm saying? But if I saw it at home like I saw it, I'd be like, I would question, okay, he's coming out. Why is he here? Right? Because I think Taker can only still go in the what do you call them? The cinematic matches. I thought that was perfect for him. That Boneyard matches. You know, him and Sting both could have their careers expand because of that genre of matches. And I wonder if they're ever going to go back and touch on those again. Now the pandemic, you know, is past the worst of that we've been through so far. Why does Finn stay in WWE? I don't know either why Finn is there, because he has a contract. Maybe he can't go anywhere right now. But ever since Extreme Rules, he has not been anything. Even before that, to be honest with you, and I'm a Finn Balor, Prince Devitt guy. Don't know what's happening with him as well. But overall, again, Dice,
he wasn't in the Rumble, was he? Finn wasn't in the Rumble.
No, not at all. I would give this pay-per-view, this premium event pay-per-view, and we had some low scores coming in, and I just think you guys are just not intelligent enough to understand what you watched. Okay? But you're entitled to your opinion. I just completely disagree with it.
We'll just come back to this episode after Mania. When the Mania card comes out.
Even if Mania doesn't pan out right, this is still got to be graded separately. You know, the whole total grade, yes, for the years ago, boy, they did this in a row with Rumble, Elimination Chamber. You know, they did it perfectly, right? But this pay-per-view in itself, this premium event on a Saturday, and we do belts around here. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5. Roman Reigns, Universal titles to me right now. For the wrestling that I've seen from this company and the storylines I have not got from this company in a while, I thought tonight gave me all of that. It really did. It got me excited. I'm not 50-50. I'm always 50-50 when it comes to WrestleMania. So I'm probably like, I'm all the way in. I'm all the way in right now for Mania. 4 out of 5 Universal titles for me. Dice, your grade for this paper for this premium event.
I'm gonna go with, I believe, 4 out of 5. AJ Styles WWE Championship wins. Yeah.
I thought it was gonna put Sasha Banks.
It was no. But yeah, it was good. It was good. It wasn't great, but it kept me entertained. And as long as I got to see stuff like this behind me, I was 100% cool. So I enjoyed it, top to bottom. Yeah, it had a little bit of it had some underwhelming points, and that, you know, could have been better. But hey, we all are fans of professional sports teams. Even in a W, you still say, we could have did this better. So that's fine. Like, I don't think that you'll ever find a perfect show. Period. You're not going to find a perfect show. So
I don't care who Bobby takes on next.
I give it a. Did
he say I give it 3 Sasha Banks injuries?
Yo, that
Get the
boy
fuck out my face with that shit.
That boy is sick, man.
This is what he don't get.
Not only are you a hot dog, a grandstander, a showboat, and a prima donna, but you're a liar too.
All right, Yard. Okay,
That's
facts.
respectable. That's respectable.
Okay. Not liking this means you already left the boat. So do us all a favor and just keep rowing that boat ashore. Get lost like Gilligan. Go to the AEW, which I watch and enjoy. Still think is great and different from this. And can watch them both, understand that I'm watching 2 different products. I want all the views I can get. I know in my mind I'm better than half people that are out there. We are better than half people out there. This station is better than half people that are out there. But I will not come off the stance of wrestling fans #are fickle. And you have no intelligence to know what you guys are watching. And I know that you guys are smart. That's what that bothers me. How could you not understand what you saw tonight? If you don't, because
it wasn't what they thought of,
then it's not. Then this company is not for them anymore. And I said that to other fans, and they left watching WWE. Do not turn it on. Do not get into the hype. Don't text nobody. Don't email nobody. Don't tweet. Stay away. Because you guys are the problem. My man,
it's going to get worse. It's going to get a lot worse.
Derek said acknowledge it, right? So I will acknowledge it. I'm not going to hate no smack him on like I said earlier with my reference to the heroin. But I will say this to it. What mom said when you were a kid, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing nice at all. Don't say nothing at all. It's something like that, right? So when you say this is trash, do you know the people you negatively affect? When you say this is good, you do the people you negatively or positively affect. Do you watch Cobra Kai? What if every time you posted something about a show you like, somebody said it was trash? Every time you posted it. You would ask that person, why are you watching it if you don't like the show? Why are you watching Boba Fett? Why are you watching The Mandalorian? Why are you watching Empire? Why are you watching Power? Which I'm going to go catch that out when I get off this air. Second out of this 1:16 in the morning. I'm going to fuck them out of here. Why are you watching all those things? Why are you watching if this was not for you? Stop watching. Because top to
bottom, it was everything. Let's not say everything. Most things made a lot of sense. And the beauty about the Royal Rumble is there's so many seeds planted in storylines that they literally can go
I didn't
anywhere.
Call you stupid. I love you. You're my second favorite white boy.
You can go anywhere with these storylines. You can go anywhere. And that's why I said this feeling that the fans who are not happy with the Royal Rumble, the feeling that you are feeling now, it's going to get worse. Because you're not going to like the shit from here on out. Because everything that you think that you fucking knew, they're probably going to swerve you. But if you were paying attention to the storylines in the first place, that's what the seed's been planted. You could kind of see it on the horizon, and it's not very seldom that I'm like, I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that coming. It's okay if I saw it coming. I'm just enjoying it the way that they're presenting it to me.
Ask King Vaughn Jr. on Twitter, and when he had text me or say something, how short I be. I'm like, Black Gamer Bros, right? Those guys, it's the same thing. They be like, the first thing he said when Bobby Lashley won was, "Why can't Bobby win clean?"
Who cares? He got the belt.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not. That's just how I won't fit. This is me trying to imprint my love of wrestling back on you. And I promise you, if you watch it from these set of lenses, here, you can borrow my glasses. Okay, you with a different set of lenses than how you guys watch, you will enjoy it so much more. It's so much easier to just, when I don't like shit, and trust me, when shit is stupid and dumb, I go, that was stupid and dumb. Okay. What else
It's
am I
not
gonna do on Monday
stupid.
night?
Nothing that happens in wrestling at this point
Watch Love and Hip Hop
gets me mad enough to go online and trash it. Like, nothing makes me that mad to be like, I'm like, oh, I didn't understand that. Or, it makes me so mad that something that was predetermined came out in its predetermined fashion. What?
Listen, what I say, it was my man Michael Rainey Jr. had death threats because he played a role in a TV show on Power. How you gonna want to kill this man because he acting? What the hell is wrong with y'all people, man? He's a boy. He's a baby, Damon. He's a baby. Listen, guys, I enjoyed this show. I hope you guys all enjoyed it as well. Listen, death, you already know what it is, Michael. Death to the dirt sheets. We don't read them. Sit back and enjoy the damn show. That's right, the best damn show in radio networks. BDSR, baby. We've been here for 3,000 episodes, well, almost 3,000 episodes. How many episodes you guys got? I'm just asking. But I love you. Nonetheless, listen, please go support all the channels here in the podcast on this network on Unpopular Review. I may not be a cup of tea, but I know Shay is. Shay might not be a cup of tea, but I know Wrestling Dog got some coffee for you. A Boogie. We got the girls at UPR. We got the kids anime show. We got, we're going to be everywhere. We were at...
We the ones.
We the ones. We were at... Oh, I got to pick mine up.
We the ones.
I don't even wear my belts on air no more. You know I don't wear my belt on air. You know I don't wear my belt
we the ones.
on air. But... We the ones. Don't read what? First sheets either. Okay. I like that one. I had to share that before I got here. Listen, but do me a favor, guys. Do not wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me and don't love God. That's crazy, y'all. And no, that Charlotte Flair is still
did not win the Royal Rumble
of all the time.
Everybody's got a price. Everybody's gonna pay. But the $1 million man always gets his way. $1 million
Yeah. It's like the illest posse cut right here, man. Sean Watts on the track. Don One, Rude Boy, Quill, The Gift, and yours truly, Fred Knoxxx. I'm 1 in a million with $1 million flow. Fred DiBiase got the power in it though. If it's a problem, let me know, or I suggest you let it go. Cause it ain't worth the problems that'll be knocking at your door, homie. Please don't make me hurt you. Disrespect the boss, ain't get treated like Virgil.